Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. So there's a lot of people who are asking about what's happened with the Binance wallets, what's changed, what is it all about, and do you need to pay attention to it? So I'm just simply going to get a very short update out for everybody that is wondering. So there was a change with wallets. What you do need to pay attention to right now is, say for instance, you saved your Binance wallet into your Terra station address book. That address that's saved in there is no longer functioning. If you send something to it, the guarantee's not there that you're going to get those funds back because they're not going to go to where they should go. That is an old address. You should have all got emails about this and needing to make the change. So the simple change that happened for us is just a new address and a new memo. I myself have deleted my old address and re-added my new address and memo. Do double check that you've made the correct adjustments because, like I was saying, there may come a time where you need to move some coins hastily. You haven't moved coins since before the wallet change. Bish bash bosh, before you know it, you're in that situation. This is kind of going to prevent that from happening. And then we can also elaborate a little bit on this for the community as to why this was so important for us. And it was one of the things that the L1 team pursued quite heavily and got in place. And we'll be getting onto that shortly. So, like I was saying, there was an upgrade, and that upgrade for us simply meant there was an address change. But behind the scenes, what it means for us as LUNC holders is consistent, break-free burns that are not going to stop ever again, even if someone decides that it's a great idea to start minting coins, especially after they've been burned, reminting of coins, things like that. This is not going to stop Binance burning in the future. So pretty much if we make that same mistake again as a community, then it's on us. It's not going to affect the burns. That's really important because we just don't know what's around the corner, especially with the hack bunny fingers. That's happened today. We just don't know what's around the corner. So being prepared for the eventuality that someone turns minting or reminting back on is not going to affect the burn situation with Binance. This is so important because that brings a lot of good sentiment to our blockchain. In fact, it's one of the only things that really makes us appetizing to people on the outside, this idea of Binance burning through tons of coins. And believe me now, they do have tons of coins. We tracked them way back in the beginning, almost a year ago now. Yes, the channel is a year old now. It is a year old. So we were chasing that about a year ago. Everyone called us crazy, but turns out, they were burning. And I believe they just hoarded as many coins as they could in that time to benefit from it now, especially with the price being so much higher than it was when they were hoarding those coins and getting them in. So this whitelisting you can see in their GIT hub releases for their core. You can see the default tax exemption list updates, and you can see they've added to the anti-handler the updated wallet addresses. Because they've made a change, that is simply why they've had to make a change to their side. Another thing that happened was at the beginning of all addresses, it is Terra. That also changed for Luna and some other blockchains for us to all be in line with Alliance and that whole module. So these are really important things that have actually been done by the L1 team because there was quite a lot of work, so I've been told, that was put into getting these releases prepared, getting them ready, and getting Binance to agree, audit them, have them tested and sent back. Because as we know, if you don't audit something correctly, well, I don't need to point it out. So for me, this is something that is now done, dusted. It's finished in a sense of we don't need to go back and touch it. We don't need to spend any time on it. We don't need to spend any money on it. We don't spend anything on it. It will just tick over itself. It does itself. They're exempt, and that is what it is. They're providing huge burns for this community, and hopefully we're going to see those burns continue every month onwards. So realistically, once this mandate is over, in an ideal world, the L1 team gets funding again for the next quarterly period. We really want to see a more aggressive stance on burning. And I know a lot of people don't agree to this, but it's not it's not something that we can shun, because it's like 50% of the community want to see that happen. The other 50% are really not too bothered, or they don't want to see it happen. But I think it's healthy for the blockchain. I think it's good for us to just have these really simple ideas that could burn a lot more coins. A lot of people are worried about the community pool and all of the funds that are getting drawn out of that. There's a whole world inside the Oracle rewards pool. That's what it's there for validators and for people to develop projects and to create an incentive to basically bring liquidity out of the Oracle rewards pool, because it's there. That's what it's there for. It's for the development of the blockchain. And I think that's been forgotten by a lot of people. So many different routes that you can go through for funding in this day and age. And then a lot of people just fund their project through sales, and that's a totally normal thing. Even in the PC gaming world, you will buy a early access game knowing that it's going to be buggy as heck. It's probably going to run like junk, and it's probably not going to be ready for 10 years, but you buy it anyway for £15 to support it because you like the game, right? It's these things that kind of you can look at in the real world and roll them over to the crypto world and space, and just try and make comparisons where you can, and try things, find things that help you paint a better visual image in your mind. But this is really good. No need to freak out. The only thing that you possibly may need to freak out about is that just simply changing your wallet addresses over. Folks, have a really nice afternoon. Stay safe, stay humble, stay aware, and we will catch you in the next one. Sure.
Mandela.